Memory is redemption. Our ability to remember who we really are. Our ability to remember that we are one with God. Our ability to remember our source and our creator. All of this is redemption. It's tshuva. It's our ability to return to who we really are, to our true divine mission and relationship with God in this world. In this week's parshas Vayelech, we learn about the mitzvah of Hakel. So what is this mitzvah? Is that every 7 years, the year after the Shemitah year, the king of the nation has a mitzvah to gather the people and at the Beis Hamikdash and to read certain passages of the Torah. And this is a mini Matan Torah experience, a mini giving of the Torah, meaning it's not that the Torah is being wasn't already given. Of course, the Torah was given, but to reawaken that experience of the Torah being given. So let's read this verse. The Rambam describes the observance of Hakel. So this is the Rambam. All must focus their attention and direct their hearing to listen with reverence, awe, and rejoicing, while trembling, as though on the day the Torah was given at Sinai, to have that visceral, lived experience of God talking to you, of God giving you the Torah. Scripture established at Hakel to strengthen the truth faith, right? This is a strengthening of who we really are and what we truly believe, which is the Torah. One should view himself as though he was instructed now for the first time regarding the Torah, as though he is hearing it now from the Almighty. So when a person is standing at the Beis Hamikdash, at this Hakel event, hearing the king read these different passages of the Torah, they should feel as if God himself is giving them the Torah anew, that they are being recommanded with all of these mitzvahs and receiving the Torah. You know, what's kind of interesting is that we already learned about the mitzvah of Shemitah earlier in the Torah. So it would have made a lot of sense to just tell us about Hakel right after Shemitah, right? The 7th year comes, we rest for a year, the land rests. Okay, so now tell us about Shemitah. So tell us about Hakel. But it's only now that the Jewish people are leaving the desert and about to go into the land of Israel that Moshe is now instructed to tell us about this mitzvah. And the reason being is that we received the Torah in the desert. And now we are leaving the desert and we are going into the land of Israel. And so being told to remember that when you're in the land of Israel, you have the special mitzvah of Hakel, and to reawaken, relive, and re-enliven that experience of the giving the Torah anew every year after the Shemitah year, so every 8 years. And what that's going to do to you is keep you inspired and keep you remembering that experience that we had in the desert together as the Jewish people and God. And this is so powerful. What is this telling us? It's telling us that our relationships that matter need re-inspiration, need going back to the source of who we truly are, get out of the details, get out of the everyday living, and go back to that essential point of where this connection happened. So in many ways, the giving of the Torah was our wedding. This was our wedding with God. God was telling us, you're all mine, Mikodeshes. I'm sanctifying to me as my holy nation. And we were saying, wow, God is choosing me. And that's what the experience of the giving the Torah was. Now, yes, that comes out practically into all the 613 mitzvahs and all the thousands of halachas and all the ways that we live with God in our daily life. But that essential point of feeling chosen by God at Har Sinai, knowing that we are his people, that I am his beloved, that feeling of that wedding canopy with God of the Mount Sinai, that is the experience that needs to be reawakened at this Hakel event. And from there, all Torah and mitzvahs that we're going to learn, and mitzvahs we're going to keep that we learn from the Torah, is going to be filled with this feeling of love and awe and rejoicing, this deep, deep joy of being chosen. And to take this to our marriage for a moment, our personal wedding is also like a Har Sinai experience, right? It's that moment, right? Just like the Har Sinai, the giving the Torah is likened to a wedding. So too, every Jewish home is what strengthens Torah in the world. And being able to get into the details of everyday life together and everyday expressions of love and caring and giving, and go back to that essential memory of your wedding. Take out the wedding album. Go into that mental image of that place of being under the chuppah where it wasn't about the details. It wasn't about this or that. It was about, I am choosing you and you are choosing me and we are beloveds. And from that place of memory, we can reach this place of redemption. From the place of memory, we can do tshuva of remembering, wow, I can return to who I really am, your beloved bride. And I can allow you in my mind to return to who you really are, my beloved chatan. It's no longer about who's doing the dishes in this moment. It's about who we are in essence. And that's what we're doing at this Hakel experience. We are remembering who we are. What is this essential relationship with God? And from there, all the details of life, all the details of Torah and mitzvahs, they flow. And like the Rambam says, from this place of awe and rejoicing, this love and awe that we can feel. And so taking that moment to fan the flames of our own heart, to re-experience the giving of the Torah experience. And we actually say in the 6 remembrances every single day, we remember that experience of being at the Har Sinai, and to every day feel like God is choosing us as a special nation, choosing you individually, and giving you the sacred task of upholding Torah and mitzvahs. Really, as the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, that every mitzvah is, every time we learn Torah, we are in this yichud nifla, this wondrous unity with God. It's this bonding time with God. And every mitzvah is in many ways a mini chuppah of us re-sanctifying ourselves with God and being chosen in that moment. And so really living with this as a divine awareness that inspires our everyday. And so too in our marriages, not just getting caught up in the day-to-day, but being able to go back to the essential point of choosing one another, of being chosen, of being in this deep connection, and allowing that all the daily, choices that happen in a day flow from that place of awe and love. So great to learn with you, and really just connecting this with Shabbos Tshuva, this idea of Tshuva. Tshuva is not just about saying, I'm never going to do this thing again. It's about remembering who we really are, remembering that we are beloved, and remembering our beloved. And when we know who we are and we know who our beloved is, of course we show up differently as a natural effect of what's flowing out of our mind and our heart. And so the Shabbos Tshuva is less about those details and more about getting back to the central point of who we really are, seeing ourselves at that Har Sinai moment, seeing ourselves as that kala underneath the chuppah, really being that essential self. So looking forward to a year of growing together. If you're not already part of the Gula Wife Circle, come and join. Have a year of inspiration in your marriage. Make this year so meaningful and growth-oriented. Would love to continue to learn and grow together. So come check us out on gulawives.org and come and join the fun. Shana Tova Masuka.